What is going on, everyone, and welcome to this edition of SmackDown. And we are about to find out our champions for this forthcoming series of Universe Mode. And what a way to start off SmackDown with the Street Profits. This match is going to be for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, very similar to what we've had on Raw. It's going to be an 8-man tag team matchup, so 4 teams battling it out to be the inaugural SmackDown Tag Team Champions of WWE 2K20. I hope you enjoyed the Raw episode. It was certainly a surprising end that I thought. And yeah, we now know our champions for the forthcoming series on Raw. But enough about Raw, let's concentrate on the blue brand, on Stone Cold Steve Austin's brand. That's right, Stone Cold is our general manager. And what a way to kick things off, this newly called up team to the main roster. Didn't use them too much in 2K19 and NXT, but good enough to be in the main roster this time. And they are going to be going up against the Club, Gallows and Anderson. Two very experienced individuals. One of the best tag teams you could argue there has ever been. Certainly know how to get the job done. Experience all over the world, these two. And have been in WWE for a number of years now. And they'll be looking to add to their collection of tag team gold. Or silver, in this case. The next team that we have in this match is going to be the Revival. Barely figured in 2K19 last year for me, in all honesty. They weren't rated that brilliantly and just didn't really have a lot for them. But this year they've become a lot more prominent and they're certainly going to be one of the best tag teams on SmackDown. Of course, no flips, just fists with these two. A very old school mentality, very old school style of wrestling, and one that many fans actually enjoy. I think the Revival are a guilty pleasure for some people. As we welcome the last team into this matchup, is going to be the Usos. And I feel like the Usos at one time were one of, if not the best tag team in the world. Obviously the chemistry between the two is unfounded, but just their style, the results that they get, I feel like these two at one point were arguably the best tag team in the world. And they're going to need to be that good tonight if they want to overcome 3 really good teams in their own right. All battling it out for the chance to become SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Of course, they were on SmackDown last year where the Usos had an opportunity for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, but couldn't beat the New Day. As we begin this matchup, a little slow to start things off, but Samoan drop straight away there. I can't tell quite. I think that was Jimmy who hit that one. The referee's knocked down already. As we always say, busy matchup. Take your opportunities when you can. Nice suplex there from Anderson. There's Dawson. No, that's Wilder. That is Dash. I do apologise. And Montez Ford up on the shoulder slams him down. So it'll be interesting to see who comes out on top on this one. Again, as we said, 4 really good tag teams. You feel like probably the Street Profits and their inexperience at this level would be the weakest team. But I think any one of the other 3 teams would certainly be good enough to represent the tag team division on SmackDown. And Stone Cold has obviously put his faith in this 4 teams, really. There are more teams on SmackDown than there are on Raw. And the likes of the AOP are on SmackDown, as well as Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. And I believe, if not the B team, then someone else. I'm not quite sure who. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, there's more teams on SmackDown. That means that will have an effect actually on our... we're going to have a Battle Royal again for the United States Championship. Similarly, we did for the Intercontinental Championship on Raw. There is only going to be a 10-man Battle Royal for the United States Championship. Because there's... I didn't want to separate 2 like obvious tag teams, if you know what I mean. So the likes of the AOP. I didn't want to put one person in and one not. So they take up a larger portion of the roster, which means there's less. It's either a 10 or 20 man battle royal, and there wasn't enough for 20, so we've had to go for 10. That's basically what I'm trying to say. As Anderson drops the knee on Dawson's face. Nice takedown by Dash. Oh, I think Jey Uso. Big super kick in there. Just lots of limbs flying around at the moment. Doesn't look like anyone's getting a real pattern together thus far. So we mentioned that the Usos had their chance at SmackDown Tag Team Championship glory last year. Of course, the New Day won the Tag Team Championships in the preview episode and managed to hold on to them for the entire duration of the 2K19 Universe mode as Dawson gets sent into the ring post. Nice fall away slam there by Gallows. Yeah, so the Usos, as we said, one of the best tag teams, have been in at WWE for such a long time. And yeah, they will certainly be looking to capture Tag Team Championships this time round. As the likes of the Revival, as we said, become a lot more prominent, had a great year in real life. And yeah, that certainly boosted them for this game. And they will feature more prominently, I would imagine, in this universe mode. As we're at Gallows and Anderson. Again, a team that they had the feud with the Bar in 2K19. Picked up some really good wins, some great performances. I think Luke Gallows managed to pin then WWE Champion Samoa Joe. So they've certainly got it in their locker. They're getting on a bit now, but they're certainly still one of the best teams in the WWE. There's no doubt about that. It's Jey Uso looking to fly over the top rope. I think that was Jimmy, actually. I can't, from this far away, who can tell? Let's be serious, especially when they're not even facing you. But yeah, Jimmy flying over the top. A nice, I don't think I saw that in 2K19. I know you could dive through the middle rope, but I don't think I saw it over the top. And if that is an addition for 2K20, then that is certainly pleasing to the eye. As now teams look to start to, you know, get the momentum going on their side. Nice suplex there we saw from Angelo Dawkins. But it's been a pretty frantic start to this match. Big boot from Luke Gallows. Now looking, is he for the pump handle slam on Dawson. Dawson manages to counter it and uses his body weight to flatten Luke Gallows. And now Jimmy. Nope, that's Jay. I've done that twice now. Confidently gone for it and completely got it wrong. Jay with the Samoan drop. Looked like he was going to head up top for the Uso splash, but Dawson goes for it anyway. And well, he gets a little bit of Dawson, a little bit of Dawkins. Didn't get all of it, but it still had some effect as Jimmy hits the neck breaker. Didn't quite see who was on the receiving end of that one. But Gallows with the splash on Dawkins. Who is going to take charge of this match? Again, all teams just going at each other. Lots of offense. Nice double axe handle there from one of the Usos. I'm not going to make the same mistake that I did last time as Montez Ford clears house. Now, just he has got Dawson in the ring. Gallows is down. Here we go, Montez Ford. Big DDT. Is that going to be it? Gallows getting to his feet. It needs to be now for Montez Ford. At Gallows to his feet, you think he will get there as Anderson is rolled back in the ring anyway. Gallows going for the cover on is that Dash? I can't quite see. Montez Ford just sits there, stands there, should I say. It was Scott Dawson. Ford, if that was a free count, he'd be absolutely kicking himself. As both members of the club are in. Ford now going for the pin. And just like he didn't, Gallows and Anderson both try and break it up. Nice reverse DDT there on Gallows. I think that was from Montez Ford. Now Carl Anderson with the Usos up on his shoulders and a nice slam into the mat. Anderson going for the pin. I honestly can't tell. The Uso, let's just call him that, managed to kick out after only a 1 count. Dawkins, nice reverse power slam, I guess. I'm not too sure. Either way, it was effective no matter what, as all competitors back inside the ring. Dawson going for the sleeper. Doesn't quite manage to work out for him. Oh, I think that was, yeah, that was Jimmy up in the air. Looked like Anderson was going to go for the leg breaker, and I think Dawkins ran into him and just dropped out of midair. That could have been a sore one. There's a lot of competitors down now, not too many people up on their feet. As Dash thought he was going to go for the powerbomb, but instead a nice arm drag reversal by Jimmy. No, that was Jay. This is going to be a nightmare. We're going to have to download some alternate attires and get them to wear something different, because I'm just going to have an absolute mare with this. One thing I've noticed is that Gallows and Anderson tend to be in the ring up on their feet together with not many other people in there. That is a good tactic. Nice big boot by Gallows as well. Takes down Scott Dawson. But that's where you want to be. You and your tag team partner want to be in the ring, taking on everyone. And if you can get the best of the other people, that is going to be a good strategy to use going forward in this match. So Anderson, nice belly to back suplex on Dawson. The Usos both inside the ring, as both the Street Profits are. Anderson whacks out the machine gun. He's getting himself fired up. Now here we go. Spinebuster by Anderson on Montez Ford. Goes for the cover. The Uso manages to see it. Doesn't do anything about it though. And well. The Club pick up the win. The Spinebuster was enough to do it from Carl Anderson. It looked like Jimmy or Jay, it looked like he scouted it out, because it looked like he went for the flying forearm, didn't connect, and after that just didn't try to break it up after that. The textbook spinebuster from Anderson, a thing of beauty. Stone Cold surely would have been proud of that one. There we go, that is the move that finished the match. Montez Ford could not recover from that, and there we see Big LG and Carl Anderson, the Club, are your SmackDown Tag Team Champions to kick off 2K20 Universe Mode. Congratulations to the Club as we move on to our Battle Royal for the United States Championship.
The following contest is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start in the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order that they drew. This will continue until all 10 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when a superstar is thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner and go on to face the champion of their choice at WrestleMania.
Cheers, Justin. Of course, none of that actually applies, as this isn't a proper Royal Rumble. But we find out the first entrant in this Battle Royal, and it is going to be EC3. Quite fitting that the top 1% comes out at number 1, but certainly doesn't do his chances to winning this championship any good. Bit of a forgotten man is EC3. Feel sorry for him in real life. He's got it all. He's got the physique, he's got the ability, he's great on the microphone. He was brought up to the main roster and was just almost taken the piss out of. And I do feel sorry for the man formerly known as Derek Bateman. But he has the opportunity to shine in Universe Mode. He has the opportunity to become the first United States champion of 2K20. He'll have to go through 9 other men to do it. We find out who's going to be number 2. Who is going to be number 2? Kira Tozawa. That'll be why. Didn't really recognise the music. Tozawa was on 2K19 last year. Did not feature that much. So much so I can't even remember whether he was one person that moved down to NXT or whether he was on the main brand. But it's certainly got good ability. I've watched a lot of 205 Live over the past few months. Tozawa has featured fairly prominently on that, and his ability is unquestionable, as you see there. Great start by him. His Spider-Man influenced attire, certainly representative of his flying skills around the ring. And a great chance for Tozawa to put his name on the map. If he can win this Battle Royal and become the United States champion, and he certainly will have a bright future ahead of him, as we already are set to welcome number 3 in the Battle Royal, and it's going to be Buddy Murphy, another forgotten man in WWE, called up to the main roster and has done very little since being one of the best cruiserweight champions of recent history on 205 Live. As Tozawa throwing out a bit of the bolt there, but nice to see Buddy Murphy involved, and good to see some of these superstars getting their chance. Stone Cold obviously realises what talent he has in his roster and wants to showcase as much as that as possible, as we look set to welcome entrant number 4 of the Battle Royal, Sami Zayn. Well, there you go, Sami Zayn with a fantastic opportunity to win the United States Championship. Sami picked up some good wins last year in 2K19, although it was certainly down the pecking order. What a kick there from Akira Tozawa, almost took Sami Zayn's head off. But yeah, falling down a bit of the pecking order has Sami Zayn, but certainly still got the ability. His Blue Thunderbomb, one of my favourite moves in all of wrestling. As Lars Sullivan, last year's NXT champion in 2K19, he's now on the main roster, and he is certainly going to be favourite to win this match. Absolute force. There's a reason he's called the Freak, and it's going to be so hard to eliminate him. Already halfway through this Battle Royal, and we're not going to stop there. Already on the countdown to entrant number 6. There's a nice kick from Tozawa, takes a big man off his feet. Who is going to be Elias, going to come in at number 6. Again, someone who wasn't really utilised too much in 2K19, but certainly may get his opportunity here in 2K20. Elias, someone who has great ability and one of the best promos in the business. There's no question about that. There's a nice spinning forward that takes there. And Lars Sullivan, gibberish apparently coming out of my mouth. Lars Sullivan gets the first elimination. He eliminates Akira Tozawa. And number 7 is going to be the high flyer, Ali. Because this man has had quite the rise. It was pretty good in 2K19 Universe Mode last year, it has to be said. And he's certainly going to be at the forefront of all things good here in 2K20 on SmackDown. Nice little move there from Sami Zayn as he takes down Lars Sullivan. But we have rattled through this quickly, and as I said, we are not stopping anytime soon. Just 3 entrants left. The EC3 might be in a bit of trouble here with Elias. Number 8, Drew Gulak. Again, someone who was on SmackDown last year. And we saw, once Drew McIntyre had won the United States Championship at Extreme Rules, Gulak was the man to stand up to McIntyre. The plan was for at Money in the Bank for Gulak to take on McIntyre for the United States Championship. So by him being in this match, he's not out of his depth whatsoever. I believe in real life, as time of recording this, he is still the Cruiserweight Champion, but I could well be wrong. As now Lars Sullivan could be eliminated. Buddy Murphy got him hanging on. Ali, though, well, that may have been a bit naive of Ali. Wanted to try and eliminate Buddy Murphy, but with the big man out on the edge, that would have been the perfect time, as EC3 is eliminated from the match. Well, he's not going to be the top 1% tonight. As Lars Sullivan, big powerbomb on Drew Gulak. And you can see the type of talent that Stone Cold has acquired here on SmackDown. Certainly a mid-card, plenty of high flyers, plenty of men with great athletic ability, all sort of varying styles. As Sami Zayn eliminates Lars Sullivan, well, we thought it would be a challenge. Sami Zayn has made it look easy, as the penultimate entrant of the Battle Royal is Andrade. Which was in fairly early on Raw last year, was in, well, Universal Championship contention. I dare say was in the number 1 contender match in the very first official episode of Raw. Couldn't get the job done on that occasion. Surprise entrant in the match, Jeff Hardy. was the man to go on and win that. Buddy Murphy with a really nice powerbomb there on Ali. One more entrant left in this match. Have to wait and see. I'm sure we won't wait too long to find out who that is going to be. With some pretty good performances so far. Elias has looked good. Zayn with the notable elimination of Lars Sullivan. Andrade, great athletic ability. Some of the feuds that we could have on this brand: Andrade, Ali, Buddy Murphy. You know, some great physical. Well, Andrade, he was in and he was out. Surprising to see him eliminated that quickly. He'll be very disappointed, but Ali with a major elimination as the last man is that man, the Irishman, Rick O'Shea. No, he's not Irish. I'm joking. It's a terrible joke in England to do with football. But Ricochet, again, add to that list we just talked about of exciting feuds. As I think that's Buddy Murphy has just been eliminated. Yep. There we go, confirmation, thank you very much. Elias gets rid of him and we are down to our final 5. But yeah, as I was saying, Ricochet, Ali, Buddy Murphy. I can't remember who else we just had. Andrade. Could you imagine some of those matches? They would be absolute dynamite. As now Ricochet, he could be in trouble. He's hanging on for dear life, manages to hang on. Sami Zayn, another elimination. Elias has been eliminated. And now Ali could be in trouble of his own. Ricochet, no, Sami Zayn, sorry, looking to get his 3rd elimination. Drew Gulak helping him out now. And Ali is gone. And now we have a final 3. Zayn, he looks to carry on. He's not hanging around. Drew Gulak could be in trouble. Or Snake Eyes right in the top turnbuckle. Sami Zayn has been on a roll. Very similar performance to what we saw of Robert Roode in the Raw Battle Royal. Is Zayn now the favourite to get that United States Championship? Nice driver there on Drew Gulak from Zayn as he takes down Ricochet. Clothesline right to the back of the head. Knocks him down. Northern Light suplex from Zayn. He is on fire at the moment as Drew Gulak just about manages to get back to his feet. Textbook dropkick. Zayn, you feel Drew Gulak's there for the taking. Just a clothesline over the top rope. And Zayn instead into the corner. Big right hand and a big chop to follow as well. Sami Zayn is in the mood tonight. It could be in danger. Ricochet spin off each other. Big uppercut by Zayn. Floors Ricochet. Gulak now trying to get on the offensive. Try and take out the strongest man of the match right now. Zayn regains control. And Gulak could be in trouble. No, manages to fight off Zayn. Big left hand result. And here we go. Oh, gutbuster there from Drew Gulak. Take the wind out of Sami Zayn. But I feel like any of these three men would be a great United States champion for Stone Cold and his brand. Of course, we said Gulak, you know, not a stranger to the US title scene. As Zayn, he could be about to be eliminated. Ricochet and Gulak. But Zayn just about manages to hold on. Again, we've said how good Zayn can be. Like I said, Blue Thunderbolt, one of my favourite wrestling moves. Helluva Kick, just as deadly. As these three men square off. Tensions high. Who will win that United States Championship? Now Scoop Slam, Ricochet landing right on the wrist. That can break a wrist. I know, because I fell over like that when I was a kid and broke my wrist. Whole body weight landed on my wrist and it snapped. Admittedly, being a little chubby kid didn't help, but, you know, don't play football in the playground, kids, because some nasty stuff can happen. Anyway, Zayn going to pick up Gulak. Gulak shows strength there. It's gut busters, gut wrench suplex, I do say. Looked like a bit of a low blow there from Ricochet. Takes Gulak down nonetheless. Maybe it was just very low in the midsection. Wouldn't be not one of Ricochet's characteristics to try and get an advantage that way. It's a super kick drives Drew Gulak over the top rope. Can he go and do the same to Zayn? No, he manages to avoid it. Zayn, lovely sunset flip there. Now we are down to the final two, just as it was in the Raw one. Here we go, blue Thunderbomb. It's just so pretty, isn't it? And so effective. One of the best signature moves that will never get a 3 count. As we said, arguably the best performing superstar of each Battle Royal against the last entrant is history to repeat itself. Are we going to see a similar result? Is Ricochet going to upset the apple cart? Or is Zayn going to complete a fine performance and claim the United States Championship? He just watches Ricochet struggling in the corner. Ricochet barely able to catch his breath. The punishment he has endured thus so far in this match. Zayn looking so fresh, and he's been in a lot longer than Ricochet has. Here we go, the final two. WrestleMania is not what it's all about on this occasion, gentlemen. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Instead, the glory of the United States Championship. And Ricochet, is he looking for the elimination? Instead, just hangs Zayn up on the ropes. Nice takedown from Zayn to regain the advantage. Gets Ricochet back to his feet. And a nice neck breaker. You feel like Zayn is just softening him up now. Just making it easy to eliminate Ricochet. Another Northern Lights suplex. How much has Ricochet got to give? If Zayn went for the elimination now, do you think he'll be able to get it? Look for a dragon suplex. Ricochet manages to reverse it and land on his feet. Great athleticism as Zayn now. Is that going to be it? It is. It just proved too much for Sami Zayn, and much like yesterday with Aleister Black. Not yesterday, last episode. I'm going mental. Yeah, much like last episode, Aleister Black managed to somehow secure victory, and Ricochet has done the exact same. Managed to survive Sami Zayn, and he is now the United States Champion on SmackDown for 2K20 Universe Mode, or for the start of it. What a win for Ricochet as we move on. We now move on to the penultimate match of the evening. It's going to be an 8-woman match, as it was on Raw. And the first woman in this match is going to be Ruby Riott. Of course, the Riott Squad have gone their separate ways. Certainly in real life and in game, they're not together. But all members of the Riott Squad have been drafted to SmackDown. Was that a ploy by Stone Cold? Was that just coincidence? We'll have to wait and see. But for now, it seems Ruby going to be going for it on her own. As the next woman in this match, again another woman seemingly forgotten, is Naomi. Of course, previously a SmackDown Women's Champion in her own right, so we know how good Naomi can be. But just in recent weeks, months, but even the last year or so, just hasn't quite gone right for Naomi. One of the fans' favourites, that is for sure. Of course, her being married to Jimmy Uso may have something to do with that. But she's a lovable character, is Naomi, and certainly a character that many people can get behind, and I'm sure the fans will be doing that tonight. As the next woman in this match is going to be Sasha Banks. I held off doing my Michael Cole impression. I did it on the Raw episode for Roman Reigns, but I'm not going to do it for Sasha Banks, because that pun of "it's boss time" is just terrible. But here she comes, Sasha Banks, one of the best, of course, one of the 4 horsewomen, really one of the leading figures in making women's wrestling such a prominent part of WWE. As Nikki. Well, I don't know whether that was a Nikki impression or an Otis impression, because they sound quite similar, to be fair. I do love... Ah, that was the other tag team that I forgot. Heavy Machinery are on SmackDown. There we go. It's amazing how things can link together. But Nikki Cross, not a part of 2K19, which many people were disappointed about. The same with Tommaso Ciampa. There was absolute uproar that Ciampa was not part of 2K19, of course part of 2K20. And Nikki Cross, of course, was originally part of Sanity. But then she got split from them and sort of went her own way. And she just broadcasted this absolute mental... To be fair, she is. Like, she just runs past Sasha Banks there. But Nikki Cross, that energy only plays to her advantage. I thought for a second we were going to have Andrade then, but thankfully the Titantron cleared that up. Zelina Vega is going to be in this match. Now, she was not a playable character as far as I'm aware in 2K19, but in 2K20 she is a superstar in her own right. And she's actually one of the better women that they have on the roster, which I find hard to believe, because I can't really remember her wrestling that many matches, and even then picking up that many wins. But one of the best rated superstars in terms of women on the roster, so it would be stupid not to give her a chance, and she has that opportunity. Could you imagine Zelina Vega as the SmackDown Women's Championship? I'm sure this woman, though, will have something to say about that. The SmackDown Women's Champion from 2K19, Asuka. A very colourful character is Asuka, one of the best in the WWE. Of course, had that unbelievable streak when she was in NXT, only unfortunately to lose it to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. But she proved her worth last year in 2K19. She's again on SmackDown, and she'll be looking to get her hands on that SmackDown Women's Championship once again, as we welcome the final couple of competitors now. And this is one of them. Very early pick in the draft. This was for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Charlotte Flair. Arguably, well, I don't even know if it is arguably, probably the most decorated woman in all of WWE history. She is just, if you built like from scratch the ideal, or Vince McMahon's ideal women's wrestler, Charlotte Flair is the embodiment of that. She's tall, she's got great athleticism, she's got great background, of course, the Nature Boy's daughter, and probably rightfully so, she is the best diva, I can't say diva, the best woman in all of WWE history, but this woman is well on her way to certainly being the most remembered woman in WWE history. What this woman has accomplished is truly unbelievable, and I'm just recording this now staring at her face. They have done such a bad job with that, considering she's on the cover. That looks nothing like Becky Lynch. I know players complain about their ratings in FIFA. I think Becky Lynch should launch a complaint about what her character model looks like in 2K20. That is abysmal. But nevertheless, we said that Charlotte was an early pick. I think Becky Lynch was pick number 3 for Stone Cold. She takes an early swinging neckbreaker from Charlotte. But yeah, the third pick overall in the draft. No, third pick for SmackDown, sorry. This is the woman, or the man, you know, there's no pun there really, that Stone Cold wants to build his women's division around. And again, Becky and Charlotte together, they had a number of battles in the past. But as two women as good as this, it's hard to keep them apart. Be interesting to see how this one goes. Again, like we've said in previous matches, some people it wouldn't be hard to see them as SmackDown's Women's Champion, and there's others as well. You maybe think maybe it's not their time. Likes of Zelina Vega, she might be one of the better rated but her inexperience really wouldn't help her. Again, the likes of Nikki Cross as well, maybe even Ruby Riott to that extent, potentially Naomi as well. You know, she's been out in the dark for a long time. Like, there are no connotations attached to that. That's literally just a phrase I realised after I said that could come across wrong, but it really wasn't meant to. Yeah. Oh, it's Nikki Cross sent it to the steps. Zelina Vega enjoying her time with it at the moment, it has to be said. Taking down Ruby Riott. Nice Hurricane Rana from Sasha Banks. But yeah, Asuka, Banks, Lynch, Charlotte, you know, all people that you could easily see as women's champion here on SmackDown. But who's going to make it happen? Ruby Riott and Zelina Vega continue on. Charlotte and Becky just gravitate towards each other whenever they are in and around the ring. A lot of these women, of course, all coming from different backgrounds. Ruby Riott, a part of 2K19 last year, didn't feature too much. Had her Riott Squad girls by her side, and it'll be interesting to see where that goes this year. Will Stone Cold look to, you know, give them the freedom to get back together if they want, or does he purposely want to keep them separate? Of course, Ruby Riott in real life on the shelf, currently out injured. And we've not seen anything really of Sarah Logan or Liv Morgan. I know Liv Morgan was out for a while injured as well. She broke her toe pole dancing, I do believe. Yeah, so not the best situation for her to be in. I'm surprised that they haven't utilised Sarah Logan more, especially if they've intentionally let them go their separate ways. You know, maybe give Sarah Logan a face turn and pair her with the Viking Raiders, because she gives off that vibe, and she's married to Eric after all, so that would make a lot of logical sense. But when does WWE ever make sense? That is something that contradicting myself as I speak the words. Naomi, like we said, of course, bit of a forgotten woman, certainly has the capability. Look at her just dancing on the edge of the ring there. She's having a whale of a time. And she'd probably be one of, you know, other than Becky Lynch and maybe Asuka, certainly one of the most popular choices to be SmackDown Women's Champion. And you got the likes, of course, of Sasha Banks. Had a bit of time off, come back with great effect, certainly in real life. And, you know, she's always had it, like we said, one of the four horsewomen, one of the pioneers in women's wrestling, becoming such an integral part of WWE. She'll be disappointed that she didn't main event WrestleMania. Well, we know how she felt about WrestleMania. One of the catalysts in her taking her time off from WWE. Her WrestleMania certainly wasn't iconic. Yes, I had to get that in. And no, I'm not apologising. Like so again, Nikki Cross was with Sanity initially in her run, but was separated from them. Not in 2K19 though, so this is the first Universe Mode appearance we've seen of Nikki Cross. It'd be interesting to see what she can bring to the women's division. Someone completely different. You know, no one is that. We don't have anyone that high energy, that, you know, let's say, she's, you know, a sandwich short of a picnic upstairs, I would dare say. So really excited to see what she can bring to this women's division here on SmackDown. And maybe that unpredictability is what drew Stone Cold to her, because certain similarities potentially between Nikki Cross and the Rattlesnake. Maybe he saw a bit of himself in her, who knows. We've already mentioned Asuka, of course, SmackDown Women's Champion in 2K last year. She's had an impressive run, almost beaten by Alexa Bliss though. So, certainly one of the better superstars. Of course, we know how good Alexa Bliss can be on her day, so losing to her, certainly no shame in that. She'll be looking to repeat her feat from last year. That is what I was trying to say. And of course we know all about Charlotte and Becky Lynch. Does much else need to be said as they continue their battle on the outside? Charlotte sent into the steps. Yeah, Becky of course. Just the phenomenal year She is, well, maybe not anymore, but she certainly was for a long period of time, what it was all about in WWE. She was the face. And it was great to see. Such an underdog story. Rose to prominence, became, again, there were comparisons of her to Stone Cold. Maybe that is what Stone Cold was drawn to. Maybe it's just the fact that Becky Lynch is probably the best women's wrestler in WWE right now. Arguably the world. And Charlotte, as we've said, so decorated. She will probably more than likely become champion at some point in Universe mode. Will it be tonight though? We'll have to wait and see. As we return to the action, the match has gone on for quite a while now. As all the superstars starting to find their feet. It's just Nikki Cross and Selena Vega in the ring. But as I say that, Becky and Naomi get themselves back in. Nikki Cross going for the cover. Selena Vega managed to kick out. Again, we see a situation where the superstars were back in the ring, but didn't try and, make the breakup. That's what I was trying to say. Is Naomi hip attack on Ruby Riott, goes for the pin. No one seeming to bother, and there we go. Naomi, your SmackDown Women's Championship. She's not the championship. She is the champion. Words are hard today, apparently. Maybe a surprise. But we've said she's been a bit forgotten, but she certainly has what it takes, and she's got the job done here tonight. Hip attack on Ruby Riott. Again, plenty of women inside the ring, but just did not try to break up the pinfall. And there we see the pinning predicament, which won the match for Naomi. Plenty of women inside the ring. Just did not think that would be the end of it. But Naomi, she's done it. She is the SmackDown Women's Champion. And hopefully this can be the start of something memorable for her. As we move on to the main event. It is an 8-man ladder match. I know the matches are completely mirroring Raw. But again, I tried for a ladder match with the women, and they just forgot how to do ladder matches again. So this is what worked. I do apologise for the repetitiveness, but variation is good, and a ladder match is always fun, especially for a main event such as this. And the first man, an absolute legend in this business, Rey Mysterio. Is he going to get a chance? Is this going to be the comeback story of all comeback stories? He comes back to the WWE and becomes WWE Champion. Well, one man who's going to certainly be looking for that not to happen is Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, one of the best. There's no question about it. One of my favourite wrestlers of all time. He's just brilliant. And it certainly didn't work out for him in last year in 2K20. Admittedly, he was booked pretty poorly, but don't blame me. That was on Matt Hardy. I just sit here and simulate it. So Matt Hardy, he makes the matches. Take it up with him, but KO with a fine opportunity as we welcome the Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. His look, his demeanour, all he wants to do is hurt people. And he's pretty good at it, to be fair. Rose to prominence at 2K19 last year, became our United States champion, and he certainly looked good doing it. Absolute machine, this man. Picked up some big wins along the way, and a further improvement for 2K20. He is certainly going to be a big player on SmackDown. As the monster among men, makes his way to the ring. Braun Strowman. As good as Braun is, and as scary as he is, like we've seen previously, I don't think this match is going to suit him down to the ground. He will be a target. Big bulky man is Braun. Speed, not one of his strong points. I mean, he can pick up a bit of speed for a man of his size, but agility is certainly not one of his strong points. And a ladder match is certainly a favourable ability to have. As we welcome the next man into this match, Shinsuke Nakamura. Was an impressive part of the 2K19 roster last year. Picked up a big win on pay-per-view against Roman Reigns, and was one of the participants booked in to be part of the Money in the Bank match. One of the best in WWE, there is no question about it. And someone that is seriously underutilized, but not in 2K. I know who the best superstars are. Stone Cold knows who the best superstars are, and he wants them at the forefront of all that's good with SmackDown. And someone who can certainly be a part of that is this man, the Viper, Randy Orton. One of the best there's ever been. The youngest world champion. I think that record still stands. But this man's career has spanned, I believe he made his debut in 2002, I want to say, so it was 18 years this man has been going. And he has been a top level superstar from very early on to this very day. Never any question when you see him around the title picture, and that is exactly where he is going to be in Stone Cold's mind. As we welcome the penultimate superstar of this match, the phenomenal AJ Styles. I have to say, I'm a big fan of the animation for AJ this year. I think the one last year was good, but this one's actually better. It actually looks a lot more like him, and especially like the bending over with the arms out in his entrance. Again, one of the best in WWE. For a man of his size, he is, well, there's no other word for it. He is phenomenal. One of the smaller superstars at the top in WWE. But his ability is unquestioned. But potentially the favourite for this match, the Beast Slayer. Okay, there was a mini Michael Cole impression in that one. But Seth Rollins, the last man in this match. Stone Cold's first pick in the draft. And it's not really hard to see why, is it? He is the A player in WWE. Liked by everyone is Seth Rollins. Again, he's not one of the biggest superstars either. I saw that. I didn't realise he was only 6 foot. AJ 5'10". Maybe one of the smaller superstars, but he's certainly got the biggest. I was going to say biggest heart, but that sounds really wet. Biggest appetite. Let's go with that. He's not that hungry either. Right, I'm just going to shut up. Let's get on with the match. The main event of the evening, and we are underway. We saw the ladder match on Raw. It took a little while, to be fair. Will this one go just as long? Will it be just as good? That match certainly one to remember. Will there be as many moments in this match as there is in the last match? Now, full disclosure again, as I said in the last one, I recorded these episodes in bulk. So at this point, I still hadn't worked out how to get rid of the little graphic that shows you the ladder, getting the title off the ladder. off the hook, rather. So yeah, mini spoilers, but we worked with it last time, and I felt like it went alright. So we'll have to just wait and see how that goes. But Rey Mysterio certainly looks like he's enjoying his start to the match. Looks like he's taking on Seth Rollins. Everyone just sort of initially starts to gravitate towards a certain individual, and they battle for a while. Seth and Rey at this moment in time. Drew focusing his attention on Braun, but it initially looked like it was Kevin Owens, Randy and AJ. The other two competitors facing off at the moment as McIntyre takes down Braun Strowman. Shinsuke rolls out the ring. So, you know, like we saw in the Raw episode, lots of sort of big superstars now, bulky superstars, and as we said when we mentioned the likes of Braun, you know, that isn't really going to help. That sort of style isn't going to help in a ladder match. You know, your likes of Seth, AJ, Rey, maybe even, you know, Kevin to an extent. He's certainly trimmed down a bit. Shinsuke. Those superstars will certainly favour this type of matchup. Your likes of Drew, Randy, probably, certainly Braun. It wouldn't be their first choice type of match, I highly doubt. As Braun, backbreaker to Rey. I feel like that's a little bit unfair. He would get squashed pretty quickly as Seth takes the ladder straight to Strowman, and again takes him down. Nakamura wrestles it off him and just throws it to the ground. No, he's not going to, is he? Oh, nice driver. I thought he was going to flip him onto the ladder. We saw some horrendous falls, horrendous bumps taken in the Raw match. So many superstars landed on their neck on the ladder. Could have caused some serious injury. Thankfully everyone was okay and able to continue. Hopefully we won't see anything similar in this matchup. As AJ goes for the dropkick but misses. Drew McIntyre tossed outside the ring. So last year, you know, there wasn't much notable to speak of for these superstars. We already mentioned that Shinsuke was one of the best superstars on Raw. Of course, that, like we said, a pay-per-view victory over Roman, one of the Money in the Bank participants, or was going to be anyway. As Seth sets up the ladder, is he going to be the first to look? He maybe was thinking about it, but Randy is there to meet him. And, well, Seth going for the clothesline. Randy Orton catches him. And the Strowman slid the ladder into the ring. And it hit Orton. I think it made him lose his balance. As Rollins, nice, over the top DDT. As Strowman is the man to climb the ladder first. Look how slow he's getting. But he doesn't need to reach as far. As Strowman is going to be the first man. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to get hold of it though. Rollins and Styles managed to push the ladder out from under his feet. As Strowman, that is a scary sight. Seeing him just dangle from the ring, you know he's got to come down, and Owens takes him on his shoulders. An electric chair. Electric chair? What is that? Electric chair. Again, I don't understand. Like last episode I said I was tired. It was 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's only 4:30 as I record this in the afternoon. I shouldn't be tired. I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, Owens looked like he punched the ladder into Rey Mysterio there. Not a wise move. Interesting move, but it looks like it's paid off for him. There's now Drew McIntyre with a pile driver. It looked like he was going to go for the Styles Clash on AJ Styles. The irony there would be too much. And now both ladders inside the ring. We've already seen Strowman, the first man to attempt to get the title, but didn't manage to get any notches on the wheel. Wasn't up there for very long, mind you. But he said again, his size wouldn't help him. You saw how long it took him to climb up the ladder. And that you think the superstar Seth, Rey, that would take them half the time, if not even less than that. Strowman is going to have to clear out everyone. You know, Brock Lesnar style in real life, to be able to get a decent amount of time on that title. As Strowman looked for the powerbomb on Shinsuke, but nice reversal with the arm drag. And now Superstars just in and out of the ring at all times. Seth, super kick right to the jaw of Shinsuke as Ray sets the ladder up, not able to climb it though, but AJ looks like he's going to. Look how quickly he gets up the ladder, and AJ going to get his hands on that title as Drew desperately tries to fend him off it. He's trying desperately as AJ, and he's just... That looked like it hurt. Okay, I'm guessing that's one of the, early glitches. Just stood in midair and then hurtled backwards. I mean, that fall was something. But yeah, that was an interesting moment. I apologise for that. But at least we know that wasn't the recording software. Unlike last year. I think I've got a new PC now, so hopefully when it comes to recording this, everything's smoother than it was last year. We'll have to wait and see until we get a few episodes in. As Ray just drops Seth with the ladder. And again, shot right to the midsection. One thing I have noticed as well, as Drew knocks the ladder out of the ring. Ray put the ladder down there briefly, but then picked it back up straight away. We haven't had any stupid ladder positionings yet. Obviously the SmackDown Superstars have learned from the Raw Superstars. As Ray, right hand to Seth, makes him drop the ladder. Here we go. Drew, just with a punch on the way past, desperately trying to grab at Rey Mysterio. Rollins, stomp to Rey Mysterio. Curb stomp, that could take Ray out of action. Seth looks to set up the ladder, looks to capitalise on the curb stomp. Is he going to climb the ladder? No one else in the ring. Seth, now's your time, and he gets up there quick. He realises this is his best opportunity. Randy, Braun, AJ all in the ring. Seth, Orton desperately trying to get the ladder out from under his feet. There's the first notch on the wheel. There's number 2. Seth making great progress. Oh, almost number 3. Is he going to get it? Again, so close. AJ desperately trying to move the ladder. There's number 3. Owens, he's now going to try and get Seth off the ladder as well. Well, Seth had a number of opportunities. Nakamura with the takedown, but the good bit of progression made so far on that title. Seth getting a few notches on the wheel. And a number of attempts though. It's surprising how many they miss in that little thing. Seth, big knee there on Nakamura. But we are a third of the way through, I would say, this matchup. Not sure how long it will go in terms of time. If we get more opportunities like that, then it probably won't last for much longer. Nakamura, great kick off the turnbuckle. Randy Orton going for a little walk on the outside of the ring. As Strowman looks to start cleaning house. Big drop kick by Orton on the outside. Again, similar to what we've seen, I think any of these men in this match would make a fine WWE champion. The only one you could say maybe that doesn't have the experience, probably a couple, Drew and Shinsuke. But if they won the championship, then I don't think anyone would have any problems with that. Quality superstars within their own right, and could certainly go on and have a really good reign as champion. Strowman cleans Nakamura outside the ring. Owens and Styles, 2 going at it. Strowman looks for the ladder, almost as tall as the ladder. That's how scary that is. Again, I just want to highlight great ladder positioning by these SmackDown superstars. As the ladder is up, Strowman, Rollins, took his attention. Now, the ladder set up there for anyone to try and take, and is Shinsuke going to do that? He's climbed in on the other side, and everyone focusing, and that is exactly what Shinsuke does. Takes advantage of the fact everyone else is occupied, and now it's his turn to have a go at the title. Shinsuke doesn't look like he's doing anything at the moment. Randy Orton climbs up there to equal to him, and Orton punches to the midsection. Manages to get Nakamura's hand off of there. Not sure what Nakamura was doing, in all honesty. Oh, smashes Orton's face into the ladder as Styles tries to push him off, and Nakamura just throws Orton off. And again, he tries to get the title. Is he going to do something about it this time? Styles trying to desperately get him off. At least he's making the proper attempt now. Shinsuke just can't quite get it done though. And now 2 pretty poor attempts from Shinsuke. The ladder taken from his feet, and McIntyre with a big powerbomb. All superstars back inside the ring now for the first time in a long while. And as I say that, typically Orton and Nakamura make their way out. Seth is looking to fly. Looked like he was going to, but Owens, I think, got in his way. As now Rollins cleared out the ring by Braun. And Drew will do the exact same to Strowman. Takes a lot to get Braun Strowman over the top rope. McIntyre, big right hand to the midsection of Styles. Oh, belly to back suplex on the ladder. The first pretty bad landing that we've seen. That was the first poor ladder position that we've seen as well from Drew McIntyre. He can hold that accolade. But this match starting to take its toll on these superstars now. Some bigger bumps, some bigger moves. Energy starting to run dry a little bit. Who is going to win this championship? Strowman and Rollins make their way back inside the ring. Shinsuke, here we go. Is that a Kinshasa? Couldn't quite tell. It didn't look completely like a Kinshasa, but nevertheless, knee strike to Orton. Now Rollins up top. Here we go. Rollins frog splash to Orton. That is going to keep Randy down for a while. And as I say that, of course, here we go. Ripcord knee from Rollins. That is... No, if I'm going to say something, then don't contradict me, because that's really not fair. As we go, Rollins, Falcon Arrow, just busting out all the signature moves. Please don't touch... Yeah, I was just going to say that will keep Randy down for like the 3rd time, but now Shinsuke is just interrupting my fun. And everyone ganging up on Randy there, it looked like. But, yeah, I may as well just stop commentating at this point, because obviously anything I say is just going to be contradicted. Oh, neck breaker from Rollins. Styles lands on his neck. The only man to have taken some pretty nasty falls in this match. Oh, big DDT by Owens on Mysterio. We haven't seen the ladder been used for a little while. Everyone just sort of focusing on getting damage done to the opponents. Nice neck breaker there from Rollins. I think that was on McIntyre. Styles, here we go. Looking for the backbreaker, but Orton reverses with a knee. Big drop kick there from Randy Orton. Who is going to take the initiative in this match? Is it going to be Orton? He's going for the ladder. Is it going to be Randy's time? Everyone else a little bit occupied. Now might be a good time. He looks to maybe take down Strowman with the ladder. Misses. And again, there we go. Maybe not his intended target, but Owens goes down. Braun is the one to climb the ladder. Randy set it up, but Braun climbs. Randy doesn't seem too bothered at the moment. Stands behind Braun. Here we go. Is it Braun's time? Randy desperately trying as well. Didn't manage to get too much on it. Rollins. Oh, what a landing. Rollins managed to take the ladder out from Strowman's feet. Under Strowman's feet. Strowman hits the canvas and the ladder lands on him. That is going to hurt, even for a man of Strowman's size. As McIntyre just taking it to Owens now. Punches right to the forehead. Here we go. Pop-up powerbomb by Owens on Mysterio. Nice sling blade there from Rollins on McIntyre. Nope, that was Randy. Drew McIntyre stood the other end of the ring. I do apologise. Who is it going to be in this matchup? It's gone on for quite a while now, and no one seeming to be a clear winner. Still a bit of work to be done on that belt. If someone is going to unclip it and claim it for their own. Styles and McIntyre, clean house. McIntyre just tries to take down AJ with the ladder. Instead it's AJ who manages to get the Scottish psychopath off his feet. Not as much brawling on the outside as some matches we've seen. Again, these SmackDown superstars seem to be a bit more switched on. Oh, Styles. It is not going well for him. Attempted basement drop kick. And he landed. He missed it, not only, but landed right on his back, right on the ladder. That is not good for him or good for the WWE Universe. He takes many more falls like this. Might not see too much of AJ Styles. Picking up injuries left, right and centre. Now everyone's ganging up on Rollins in the corner, it looks like. As Kevin Owens sent over the top rope. Strowman looking to clear Styles out of the ring, and he does so. And very similar to how we saw Orton landing on the ladder there. As we saw with the Raw episode, just as one person gets out of the ring, one person seems to get in and really disrupts any flow someone might have. As Owens, here we go, pop-up powerbomb to Shinsuke. Shinsuke turns the tables and actually looks to try and get Owens out of the ring. McIntyre, the only man left standing inside the squared circle. He realises that, gets a ladder, and is he going to look to climb? Sets it up. Rollins now back to his feet though. Looks to get rid of McIntyre so that he is the only man in the ring. Realises that Orton is on his way. McIntyre back inside though. Is he going to use the distraction? Oh my word. McIntyre sent flying. Rollins with a suplex, picking up Orton over the top rope. Walking backwards, the momentum took them into the ladder, which Drew had already started climbing. And Drew just sent flying. A spinning heel kick on the outside near the ramp from Nakamura on Owens. Rollins and Styles now the only men in the ring. Rollins takes the ladder to Styles, and now Rollins the only man inside. This is his time. Seth, he's up that ladder quick. He realises this is his moment. Ray throws down the ladder he had in his hands. Realising what's going on, Nakamura does the same. Rollins trying desperately to get another notch on the wheel, but he's failing. It's poor, and Nakamura climbs up the ladder. The distraction really poor there from Rollins. As if him and Nakamura go back and forth with blows. No way. No way. Seth. Oh, the swinging neck breaker off the top of the ladder. Thought he was going to go for the superplex. Now Owens looks for the big elbow on Styles but misses. Rollins climbs the ladder again. It looks to get something on that title. But Drew this time. No way. Drew. Oh! Rollins may be done. Rollins, he's barely moved. His leg is twitching. That Rollins could be done. As now McIntyre looks to climb the ladder. Styles trying to push it away. Is this going to be McIntyre's time? Rollins still hasn't moved. Don't know whether we may need medical help out here. Rollins could be dead. He could have a broken neck. McIntyre dropped him right on his neck from such a height as Rollins clambers to his feet. How he survived that, how he is still going, is beyond me. And this man obviously made of sterner stuff. And he knows what's on the line. He knows he is fighting to become WWE champion, and he will let nothing stop in his way. But he has got to be in some serious pain. I feel like that is Rollins' match done. As he may not be completely immobile, you feel like he won't be much of a threat. His body must be aching. He must be in absolute agony. A big punch to the midsection of Mysterio, but that is all Rollins had to offer. No more offense than just a punch. Nice Pele kick there from Styles as Rollins sets up the ladder. He realises he doesn't have a lot left in the tank. Goes to the big clothesline on AJ, but AJ manages to avoid it, and now AJ the only man standing in the ring. And he climbs the ladder. Is it AJ's time? Nakamura realises what's going on, gets inside the ring. AJ tries desperately to get a notch on the wheel. He's come so close on 3 occasions. There we go. Another notch. He's halfway there. Nakamura trying desperately. AJ another notch on it. Just 2 left. He's so close. AJ. No, there's 2. There's 1 left now. AJ, is it going to be him? Is it? No. Well, my word. AJ. So close. There's the Kinshasa from Nakamura. This time delivered to McIntyre. AJ was so close to getting that belt. Just 1 more attempt and that could have been him as the WWE champion. Now every man is going to realise how close that belt is to coming off. Nice slam there from Rollins. You feel like the next time someone climbs that ladder, this is going to be it. Randy rather. Looked like he was setting up for the RKO. Rollins managed to avoid it. Wrestles the ladder off Owens. Big punch right to the back of the head. Owens, he just throws Rollins out of the ring. That looked like man against boy. Big right hand from Orton takes down Owens. Every man desperate to try and get their hands on the ladder. Randy sets it up, but Drew is there. Now Ray back in the ring. Strowman makes his way back in as well. Braun sees the distraction. Is this his time? Randy gets Ray to his feet. Braun begins the ascent. Randy, you've got to go there to meet him. He just stands there watching. Braun, is it going to be him? Is it going to be the most unlikely man rather? Randy eventually manages to climb. Slams Strowman's head straight into the top of the ladder. And again. Big man dazed. Big right hand from Orton. Here we go. Oh, Jesus. A combination of Nakamura and Styles pushing the ladder over. Orton and Strowman again haven't moved. Strowman looks like he's dead. Strowman honestly looks like he's dead. Well, I said hopefully we won't see many more mad bumps in this match, but if anything, this looks like, you know, this match has looked more like people will need medical help than the other one. Rollins, Strowman, both just look like they've been done for. Rollins somehow still going, super kick to the chin of McIntyre. Strowman still has barely moved. You thought that could have been Strowman's chance, but Randy quick to deny him. Seth, ripcord knee to McIntyre. Nice takedown there by Styles on Strowman. Strowman back to his feet and just wipes out AJ. Who is it going to be? Who's going to be the next man to climb the mountain? Owens and Strowman there looking to form potentially unlikely alliance. Strowman goes to the ladder. Is it going to be him? Oh, look, strikes AJ. I think he hit him on the shoulder with the ladder. Rollins, big right hand though. Oh, a combination of Nakamura and Rollins take him down. Here we go. Rollins. Oh! That could have been a broken neck. Did you see the way that Rollins landed on his neck? God, how is that man moving? Strowman running power slam on Seth. And now McIntyre. He's the only man on his feet. Poor positioning though. He realises it. He's going to move the ladder. Owens tries to get another ladder involved. Strowman wise to roll out of the ring. Seth, again, Seth just looks dead. Like, the way he landed on his neck there was actually, like, even for a video game, that made me feel ill. That looked horrible. McIntyre, Rollins and Styles, the 3 men left in the ring. And Seth, could this be his time? Oh, McIntyre distracted. Seth sets up the ladder. Randy, oh, I thought he was going to make a late play, but the ladder gets knocked down. Nakamura. Is it going to be him? Any man now that gets his hand on the ladder, it could well be him. He sets it up. AJ realizes what's going on. Shinsuke climbs the ladder. Is this going to be him? AJ realizes quickly what's going on. Is he going to do it? Shinsuke, he's got the opportunity. AJ, oh my word, how close was Shinsuke there? Strowman, here we go. Is he going to have the strength to push both men off the ladder? No, he doesn't. AJ and Shinsuke just trading blows. Oh, now Shinsuke bounces the face of AJ off the top of the ladder. Rollins now attempts to get them both off as AJ just throws Shinsuke off. But that lightened the load, and that meant that Rollins was able to tip over the ladder with AJ on it. These men look battered, bruised, tired. As Braun sets up the ladder, no one paying attention to him. Ray turns round. He's got the time to react. Ray. No. Ray. Strowman. He gets his hand. Ray, that is never going to work, mate. You are never going to push Strowman off that ladder. And there it is. Strowman is your winner. Strowman is the new WWE champion. Didn't realise he's got the final notch on that wheel. Rey Mysterio, what have you done? Stand there and watch. Maybe he just didn't have the energy. But it is the most unlikely figure of all in a ladder match. Braun Strowman, your WWE champion. It's going to be hard to get him off the mountain. But that is it for today's episode of SmackDown, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it. I certainly have. If you have, pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for more. And in the next episode, we will see the champions crowned in NXT.